Well, can divorce improve your mental health? Well, that's what this video is about, so stick around to the end so that you can find out the ways I found helpful in regaining my mental health and well-being after divorce. My name is Janet Riney and I am a quantum change coach here to educe, draw out of you, elevate and liberate your mind to live a life you have yet to imagine. Divorce can be a difficult and emotionally draining experience for all people. It can leave you feeling overwhelmed, anxious, depressed. However, it is possible to improve your mental health and well-being after divorce. First and foremost, you've got to realize that you're not alone in this whole divorce process. While divorce is a unique experience for everyone, and many people go through similar struggles after their divorce ends. In fact, these are some of the more common emotional effects of divorce. Depression. It's common to feel sad or depressed after divorce because your life has changed in such a drastic way. You may find yourself feeling lonely or isolated if you've no longer got somebody to share your life with, your home with, your day-to-day. The anxiety is also another cause of a divorce. A person's anxiety level may increase after divorce because they're worried about how they're going to manage, where they're going to live, what they're going to do by themselves, what will life be like because it has changed forever, even if the split was an amicable split. They also may worry about what other people may think about them, since everyone in their circle knows what's happened between them and their ex-spouse. Anger is also another emotion that we can all experience when you're going through that transition, because you're grieving for the loss of something important, but also trying to make sense of what has happened. See, for myself and my own journey going through divorce, there were times that I would break down and cry and would even question my own thoughts. Was I doing the right thing? Should we work things out again? Should we start again? All of these thoughts and feelings led to a state of confusion that at times was so overwhelming. But whenever I would doubt myself, doubt my thoughts, over time, I would come back to that original position of getting a divorce. And in those moments, there were moments of clarity and lucidity and less confusion. After the divorce, there was time and space for me to focus on me, to learn to love myself again, which in turn improved my own mental health and well-being. As I've said before, there are many ways in which you can improve your mental health and well-being and how you can feel better. So here are a few things that I did for myself. I mentioned before about the time that I took out to love myself, rediscover myself. And so self-care is so important right now. It's not about being selfish or people telling you that it's selfish. This is a time for you to replenish, to renew, to regrow, to understand who and what you truly are. So you've already taken the first step, which is divorce. Now, this first step in rediscovering who you are is to care for yourself. There was a research in a University of California that found that women that engaged in self-care activities had a greater increase in mental health than those who didn't. So it's to benefit you in order to look after yourselves. Like I said, it's not about being selfish. This is a time for you to be kind to yourself, to take time for yourself. It's an act of kindness for you, because then you start to feel more in control of your life. The divorce process may have been something that happened to you, was not something that you chose. But in your self-care, this is a choice for you to look after you so that you can gain a strength after divorce and begin to live life on your terms. Now, one of the things that I did in order to care for myself was actually to get more sleep. Do you recognize that when you're not sleeping enough, you get irritated, you get stressed, you just don't have the energy to get through the day, to do the things that you need to do? And so if you're having problems getting to sleep, some of the things that you know and heard of before is to have a nighttime routine. is to turn off your electrics an hour before you go to bed, to have a bath, to relax. I have a sauna bed, and so I'll get in that just to relax and just to listen to music before I actually go to sleep. So that's a wind down routine. So have that for yourself. Another thing for me is caffeine. I am very caffeine sensitive, and I have friends that are not. But for me, I cannot drink anything with caffeine, whether that's green tea, tea, whatever it may be, after 2 p.m. in the afternoon, because it just completely keeps me awake. I'm buzzing. Also, we know about electrics and turning off TVs, computers, phones before going to bed, because that blue light thinks it's daylight and keeps you alert. One that's close to my heart and is a necessity is food. Yes, we can sit down with a tub of Haagen-Dazs or whatever your favorite ice cream is and eat ourselves and eat away our sorrows, but that is not going to help you, and that is not self-care. So it is recognizing and knowing which diet is best for you. And it's about recognizing, nourishing, nurturing your body with the food that you put in. And so for me, whole foods is what is best. And I recognize that carbohydrates are not my friend. As much as I love them, carbohydrates are not my friend. And so my healthy eating is mainly meats, any flesh. Sorry for any vegans out there. And vegetables, because that is what works for me. And I have tried every diet under the sun. That's another story about looking at weight loss, body image, all of those things. But for me, for my energy, to feel vibrant, to do the things that I want to do, to face the challenges that life's going to bring to me, a balanced diet of meat and vegetables, even though it may sound boring, it's not, because I love it. And so that's what's best. What was core and fundamental for me was rediscovering who I was, rebuilding my identity. What you realize is that being married and going through divorce, you may have lost that foundation. Your identity of being a wife, being in a relationship, you had values and beliefs all around that identity. And now that identity has gone. And so what is important is for you to rediscover what is important for you, who and what you truly are in this time, and at this moment. See, after divorcing my husband, I felt I had no idea who I was anymore. What did I like? What didn't I like? Because I recognized I was in a new season. I'd been married for 10 years, and now I was just expected to be myself. But I didn't know what myself was. And so it took time to rediscover who I was, not only in reading about other people's experiences, but to go within to rediscover myself, what was important to me, and to rediscover those values and beliefs. A year or so after my divorce, I started on this journey of 365 days of saying yes to God. And the reason why I started that was because I realized that I was saying no to a lot of things, a lot of opportunities, invitations, and automatically I'd say no. And when I caught myself, I thought, I'm not even sure what I like anymore. And so in this 365 days of saying yes to God, it made me open my mind to say yes to more things that maybe I hadn't even tried before. But in doing so, it allowed me to rediscover what I liked on one level. But in this self-care, self-reflective phase, I was able to rediscover my true spiritual identity. Now, if mental health, if your depression, anxiety starts to take over your life and you're struggling with your mental health after divorce, I would suggest you do seek professional mental health help. As much as I love to work with people to for them to have a better understanding of who and what they are, I also understand that there is a role for medication. Medication will enable a person to become stable, to become able to hear the things that I'm trying to say to them. It's recognizing that it has been a traumatic experience for many people, and so there is no shame in taking medication if you're unable to cope with the day-to-day. You know, as Malcolm X says, any means possible, any means necessary. And so that's what I would say, is to take medication if you need that. Also, seek help from friends and family that can support you. Somebody who can be there, who can be objective, who can be a support that you trust. I think that's what's important, being able to trust again. Not only to trust somebody else, but to trust yourself as well. After going through your divorce process and coming out the other end and rediscovering who you truly are. So, in coming to the end of this video, looking at improving your mental health after divorce, yes, divorce can improve your mental health, because the depression, anxiety, overwhelm you may have been experiencing during the divorce and after the divorce goes away. You're able to look at it in an objective way. You're able to rediscover yourself through your self-care, through your self-love, through eating well, through just rediscovering what you like and what you dislike. And in doing that, you improve your mental health ongoing, not only for now, but moving into the future. If you want to learn more about rediscovering who you are after divorce, improving your health, well-being, then click the link below to find out more. I'll speak with you soon. Bye.